Are you ordering? I don't think you are. You might be. How much? Oh no, you are. Alright. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Been a minute. It's been a while. But I'm back. I'm back. Today I have a new series that I plan on trying out. I think it'll be fun. I think we'll have a good time with it. I found my 360 a while ago, and I was playing NCAA on it, right? And I got bored because it's just like Madden. Like, at the heart of it, it's just like Madden. And so I was like, how can I make this fun? And so I decided to do this 125 team playoff tournament style. Now, don't worry, I'll explain the rules. I'll explain it a few times probably throughout the series. They're really simple. So there are going to be qualifying turns. So my entire goal is to have every single team play in a massive tournament to decide who is the best team in NCAA 14. And it's a turn, like every team gets to play. So this first one, the first wave of tournaments are called the qualifying tournaments. It basically just decides on placement. Every team is organized alphabetically on a little sheet of paper that I have, and once you get to the end of the sheet, so like for example what I'm looking at right now, it starts with Air Force. That is the first team on the game. So it starts with Air Force, and it goes all the way down until you reach Houston or Hawaii. Hawaii is the last team on the paper, or on like the line. So then you start another column, and the first team is Houston. And so the way this is going to be played is you're going to have to play the team that corresponds to your column. So Air Force will play Houston in the first matchup of this qualifying tournament in particular. It's going to go like that all the way until we have a winner. Okay, the winner of each game advances to the next round, so it's going to get cut in half basically. And once it gets cut in half, all those teams are going to play, and it's just going to keep going down and down and down until we get down to one team, and then that team secures a spot in the like final overall playoff. Now the way every team will be in the final overall playoff, just whichever qualifying tournament you win is what rank you are in the qualifier, or in the like final tournament. So like I've already done this a few times because I was bored and I'm not redoing them. Right now Arkansas won the first round, Georgia won the second, and Clemson won the third. So they're the first, second, and third seed. And it's going to go all the way down until every team is in this playoff bracket in somewhere. Somehow, some way, every team will end up here. And then Arkansas is going to play whoever wins the last qualifying tournament. So like say for example like North Texas, who is a team in this game, like is the last team to win. They're going to have to play Arkansas. And so first seed plays the last seed, and it's going to go like a normal tournament would. The qualifying tournament is just to figure out how people end up. And I know it doesn't sound very, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense now, but y'all understand. So the first game is Air Force versus Houston. I don't play the games. I will load them in. Each team gets 15-minute quarters. 15-minute quarters. Heisman difficulty. Every team. Nothing changes. I don't play. I don't do anything. We just sit here and watch and pay attention to how things play out. I will mark things off on the paper as it goes by. And after that, I'll probably do the first 2 rounds tonight because I got nothing better to do. Couldn't sleep, figured. I've been sitting on this for a while. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. But ran into many different problems getting this all set up. But I finally have it. I got nothing to do. I figured this would be a fun little series to start streaming. But this is the start of the 4th qualifying round. 4 out of 125. So, if I can keep up with it, this is going to be a long series. It's going to be an extremely long series. But for the first game of this tournament, for you guys at least, it is Air Force versus Houston. I apologize to all the Arkansas, Georgia, and Clemson fans that are going to not see their teams play for a long time. It's unfortunate. I do have to pick the coin toss, and just so you know, I always pick heads, and I'll always pick receive, so I'll always pick heads, always pick the top one. If I get it, I'll pick receive, that's always on top, and if I don't get it, I always pick this defend. And then pause it, and then I super sim. And normally I go by quarters, unless it's supposed to be like a huge blowout, and then I'll do it by game. But like this one, Houston should take pretty easily if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Air Force really has a chance. They could. I mean, you know, it is a game. Arkansas won the first round. Like, anything's possible. Like, 10-24, it's not a blowout. It'd be a good game to watch. It's getting there, though. Yep, this one's going to go to Houston. Probably, more than likely. I think Air Force got it started a little too late. Just going to sim to the end of the game. And we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, no, this one's going to Houston. Unfortunately, Air Force loses this one. So, Air Force is marked off the list. Houston advances to the next round. And we advance to the next game. The next game is going to be Akron versus Idaho. And for those of you who are thinking, oh, and I didn't explain, once a team wins their qualifying tournament, so once they've won it all, they don't play anymore. So that's why I said Arkansas, Georgia, and Clemson fans, y'all are SOL for a while. You'll never see them. You won't see them until the overall final big boy tournament. And so that's how we keep it interesting, because, you know, once you take a team out, the rankings shift a little bit. Like, the teams shift. So, like, certain teams are going to play the same players for a while. However, other teams, like, are going to get new matchups, like, all the time. So, you know, it keeps it interesting. Like I said, some of them are going to be the same stuff over and over. Some of them aren't going to be. Who knows? This one actually looks like it could be a good game. Same overall. Idaho has a better offense. Akron has a better defense. This is going to be a fun one to watch. And normally around the 4th quarter, if I can see it's going to be a close game, might sit back and watch the final drive. Or I'll just like sim it by possession. Like if it's a slow game and all we're looking at is who's going to win, then I'll just like do it by possession or by play if it gets down to it. But if it's like I don't know, Alabama versus who's number 1 in this specific game versus Ohio State, I think is number 2. If it's like those two teams, yeah, then like we might watch like the final few drives, you know, or something, just to keep it interesting. But who knows? We'll see. It all just depends on how the games are looking, how they're going. Y'all are probably going to hear a lot of Xbox noises from my mic. This 360 hasn't been played in, oh God, years. And she's going to have work cut out for her. That is for sure. But it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a good time. I think this will be a good series for everybody to watch and enjoy.
Akron, Ohio. And now the coin toss, and it's presented by Nissan.
We are at Akron Field. Now, the home field advantage isn't really a huge aspect in this game. Not for these littler teams, at least. So I don't really mess with them all that much. Like, it doesn't really matter. Sorry. But yeah, we're just gonna super sim. We're gonna sim the quarter. And hey, I know it might sound kind of stupid. Ball State though is a team in this game. Bro, they go on runs. Every time I've done this, all 3 times, they've made it to like the second or third round easily. And they've beaten big teams before. But who knows? And like I said, this one's a good game. Like this, well, Idaho's kind of running away with it now, but it's football. Anybody who's gonna sit here and watch this entire series knows football is football, and a game is never over until it's over. Like, look at that. It looked like a blowout. Akron's now within 11 points. Oops, didn't mean to do possession, but whatever. We'll see. I don't know. I think Akron got started a little too late, though, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't think they got it. Nope. That goes to Idaho. So far, the first column does not have a winner. Second column teams. And there's, if y'all are curious, I'm looking at 4 columns on my sheet of paper right now. So it'll be 2 sets of like all the way down the page, basically. And I'll go ahead and take my picks for this one. Obviously, Alabama's, who is up next actually. Alabama's always going to be a like favorite until they win this freaking thing. I'm amazed it's taken them this long to get a team or to get in the playoff. But personally, I like it because I am a little nervous that my Razorbacks are first seed, you know, because yes, I'm a Razorback fan. I swear I have nothing to do with this though. Like, I gotta get that out there. I gotta beat those accusations. Now, this is all really unfair, giving Alabama home field advantage, but it's Illinois, man. I mean, give them home field advantage all you want. They ain't gonna win this. And if they do, they want it in the Tide's house. If Alabama loses, I think who I want to win in this round is Florida State. It's the college I just graduated from. I'd love to see them pull it off. I don't think they will. My pick to win is Alabama. Oregon's a good pick, I think. They're number 6 in this game. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. It always gets interesting. So you always see like some random team go so deep because of what their matches are. And so in the like Final Four, you could have like an Alabama, you could have a Ohio State, then you could have like Rice, and then you could have like Wyoming. It's like, it's amazing. It's so much fun just to like watch this crap. And that's why I thought I'm gonna make it into a series, because like, what's it gonna hurt, you know? But right now, the first round's normally pretty slow, I'll be honest. The first round of all the qualifying tournaments will be. But eventually this sheet's going to get smaller and smaller, and the games are going to get better and better. That's just the way. Once you take all these teams that are supposed to blow the snot out of the other teams, once you get them in their position that they're going to fall in, it gets better. It gets a lot more fun to watch. Well, whenever it doesn't freeze. Hello? She might just be taking a minute to load. Oops. Yeah, she's hot. Oopsies. My fault. Let me just dump some water on her, you know. We might run into this problem a few times, though. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Is anything gonna register? Oops. I think it crashed. Let me see if I can open it. Well, I don't know if that's gonna end the stream though, you know? You think it will? Oh yeah, the Xbox crashed itself. What do we do? Do I have to end the stream already? I told you guys, like, I'm just... It's probably going to be like that, I'm not going to lie, unfortunately. I mean, hiccups are bound to happen when you're working with a old Xbox 360. But I might have to end the stream and launch it back up. I'll explain it all over again, I think, and then I'll just run y'all through what's happened, though, because it doesn't sound like it's going to make much sense to... Hello? Now my mouse ain't coming up. There it is. Alright, yeah. I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to try and boot it back up in a second.